And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, and once again bringing you my thoughts and review for today's episode of Marvel's What If Season 3 Episode 5. Before I begin, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. So let's talk about Marvel's What If Season 3 Episode 5. In this episode, we get to see what will happen to Earth itself if that celestial that was living inside Earth's core woke up and was able to destroy Earth. What will be the repercussions of that? What will happen to the Earth afterwards? What would the Celestia do? And that's exactly what this is. If you guys remember in Eternals, the Eternals had to stop the Celestial that was in the ocean from basically coming back to life and being basically destroying the Earth and making it rubble, right? So in this situation, you know, in that movie, they stopped it. This situation in What If, they don't stop it. This thing wakes up, destroys the planet Earth. So what happens to planet Earth? Well, planet Earth gets taken over. But not other than Quentin Beck, a.k.a. Mysterio. He takes over. He takes over Stark Technology with, you know, merging his technology as well with his illusions. Merging it with Stark Technology and basically taking over the world and reducing it to pretty much rubble. And of course, you got a couple of, you know, surviving members of, you know, the Resistance, being Wong, Okoye, Valkyrie, and of course Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. She shows up in here again, so it's pretty cool to see her. We also get to see Sharon Carter in here as well. She's still the broker, obviously. And, you know, the Resistance in this episode literally have to ask Riri for help to pretty much stop Quentin Beck's most powerful ally, which is the White Vision. The White Vision in this episode is basically like the Terminator, and Quentin Beck is basically Skynet. Skynet's controlling the Terminator to destroy anything that gets in his path, and he wrecks shop. I'm talking about, like, he wrecks shop, like, badly. So they need to make sure they can stop him before they can stop Quentin Beck, and, you know, go on from there and try to protect the rest of what's left of the Earth. And I'm talking about the Earth is, like, literally in shambles, like, gone. And I got a negative about that, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And then, of course, Riri, being the genius that she is, she comes up with a plan to basically deactivate the Vision and, you know, try to put an end to his, you know, his reign of terror, which she does. And then, of course, she decides to go take that a little bit further by taking his body parts and making it to her new iron suit. Basically, kind of foreshadowing what Iron Man does in the comics when he takes a symbiote and combines it with his technology, becomes his iron symbiote suit. Kind of like that, except she's using nanotechnology, and it looks like it's a lot more stronger than, like, say, Iron Man's nanobot technology. So that stuff was cool. She was able to sense, you know, illusions, kind of like the spider sense. It was so cool to see Riri become this, like, ultimate iron person, Ironheart. And it was so cool. We also get to see the Watcher do his thing as well. He kind of breaks the rules in this episode a little bit, and he kind of gets sconed by the other Watchers, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the show. But overall, I thought this was a very cool episode. They didn't give us a lot of details about, okay, so the Celestial wakes up, you know, destroys Earth, and then just leaves. It doesn't really give us much details about that. Because I thought, you know, when we saw the Eternals movie, you know, the Celestials are like, yeah, he shows up, he wakes up and destroys Earth. He just, you know, wakes up, destroys Earth. Everybody's dead. But there's still a piece of Earth still there, and there's still people there, and they're kind of enslaved by Quentin Beck. So that part didn't really make any sense to me. But overall, it was still a pretty cool, like, futuristic, apocalyptic world of what would happen if that Celestial woke up, did his thing, moved on, and people just, you know, whoever's left on Earth survives, decided to take it for themselves. So that was pretty interesting. So I liked that part. The whole thing about people still living on Earth, even though the Earth is, like, literally in half. Like, literally in half. You can literally go to space, be on Earth at the same time, and look up in the sky and see space. That's literally how crazy the Earth looks. It's ridiculous, but whatever. Overall, I thought that was a good episode. Not my favorite, but it's still a very strong episode. I love the ending, how the Watcher was pretty much encouraging Riri to not give up and to find a way to beat Quentin when he tried to overpower her with his illusion tech. And of course she does. And then of course the Watcher kind of gets scorned by his own people and it's like, he's breaking the rules again. We're going to have to do something about him. I think that's going to be an episode in this show. I'm not 100% sure. But that should be very interesting how he gets his, what's going to happen to his, repercussions for what he did. Because technically the Watcher's just supposed to watch and observe. He's not supposed to get involved in any kind of way. And even though you're watching this and he kind of doesn't really get involved, because it's not like Riri sees him. She hears him, but she doesn't know who it is to get the encouragement that she needs to beat Quentin. At the end, he ends up dying anyway. But because he's like old. And, so it's kind of like very weird how the rules can work for the Watcher. But we'll get to that when we get to that episode. Overall, pretty cool episode. I enjoyed it. Couple things here and there I didn't like, but I still liked it a lot. From yesterday's episode and the day before that, I really like those two episodes. Still, the episode 1 is still the weakest of this season so far. But we got a couple of episodes left to go, and I'm excited to see more. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Are you guys still watching What If? Catching up now because of the holidays? Gotta wait till after the holidays to watch it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good day.